Dang, I could leave and we could not meet.
Really?
Let's go to number 2, conduct the first public hearing on the city's proposal to increase tax revenues from the preceding tax year and to set the tax rate for 2015.
Thank you, Mayor. Very quickly, just to clarify, because we talked a little bit about a possible tax rate increase, that is not being considered, and that's not part of this public hearing or part of the budget. We are required by state law, however, if revenues increase, total revenues increase because of growth and because of valuations, to have a public hearing about the tax rate. The proposed rate is exactly what it has been. This will be the 3rd year in a row at 50.195.
Okay, thank you for that. Number 3, conduct a public hearing on the city manager's proposed budget for fiscal year 2015-2016.
But first,
But first,
in case anybody wants to speak
Well,
about
yes.
the tax revenues.
I didn't see
Just-
anybody
just the
jump
tax part,
up,
yeah.
so would somebody like to speak on that?
Okay.
Okay, now we'll do number 3. You want me to read it again?
No, I'm ready. So again, very quickly here, we talked about changes last council meeting 8 days ago. The main thing was the $3,000 across the board increase in base pay for the police officers. That has all been included in there. Now that's not that plus a COLA. That is a COLA. That's a cost of living increase and a thank you for doing your jobs, and wish that was more, kind of an increase. But $3,000 is what we've talked about for, off and on for a couple months. So that's all in there. The other 2 areas we talked about changing were EMS. The original proposed request for EMS was to, we talked about last year creating a step system within EMS, and to do that over time. This year we were going to only put 1 step in there, and that was what was in the budget you got before. Now there's 3 steps in there, so we've managed to jump ahead a couple of years with additional funding. And then in the fire department, kind of the same thing. If you recall, last year we actually started the step system there. We had, I think, 2 steps depending on ranks. This extra money has allowed us to do the entire step system throughout the entire fire department. So that the fire department will have the same step system, seniority step system, as the police department. In addition to that, the 1.8% base rate will affect fire and EMS, because these others are for seniority pay, step pay, not for base rate. So those 3 things have been handled as we discussed last week. Also talked about at the very end of the meeting, if we can find funding for the 1.8% increase for other employees, non-public safety employees. Sent you an email Thursday or Friday, and hopefully y'all have seen that. But bottom line, there are 3 things that have made that possible too. So that was in there, and it's still in there. One is the numbers we talked about for increasing fire and EMS were not as high as we talked about, because there was some money already in there for fire and EMS. We're moving the matching for the 2 trail projects to the capital funds, and that's the West Paris Trail and the extension of the trail to Paris, not the maintenance that's going on out there right now, not the sidewalks, because that happens every year, we hope, and other grants that happen every year, but just the one-time grants. The other thing is, of course, by not selling COs, that's set aside an extra $188,000. And also, although this isn't good news overall, we had $110,000 in the budget for matching for the new hangar at Cox Field. TxDOT, not us, but TxDOT has delayed that construction until 2017. So that allows us to do all those things with compensation for all of the employees. Again, kind of 3 different ways, but doing compensation for those employees.
Okay, the airport, so the hangar deal is, additional hangars are not until 2017?
17, right. TxDOT moved that by 1 year. Okay. Everything's okay still. It's just they've got a lot of projects all over the state, and so they moved us back.
Okay, I had a question about that, so, okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there anybody who would like to speak about this hearing? No one? Okay. Then we'll go to number 4, discuss and act on a resolution calling a public hearing on proposed amendments to the proposed budget for fiscal year 2015-2016 if needed.
We will have, by way of reminders, the second required public hearing for the tax rate, or for the tax revenues and for the budget, will be next Monday during our regular council meeting. On the 21st of September, we'll have another special council meeting. At that time, you will adopt the tax rate, you'll adopt the budget, and any amendments if we have any. So your motion for this item tonight would be to set a public hearing, if needed, on the amendments for September 21st.
Okay. Do I have anyone who wants to speak about that? Someone want to make that recommendation?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that passes 100%. And we're coming to number 5.
So moved.
Second.
It appears we've set a record. Declare the meeting closed.
I didn't even get to finish my drink.